Hey everyone and welcome. In this video I have to do something I was hoping, and I'm sure you were hoping, I wouldn't have to do, and that's destroy Priti Patel as an absolute failure. I really had high hopes for her, but she's just like all the other globalist MPs in my opinion. But let me know if you think the same at the end of the video, everyone.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration. Rotten politics in this country at the moment.
This article is in the Mail and it's titled, "A record 150 migrants are picked up from 10 boats in English Channel trying to get to the UK in the last 24 hours, including 50 in one vessel." Now that title's so wrong it's unreal. First off, picked up, you mean smuggled into with the help of our useless taxi stroke border force? Migrants come legally. They don't pay thousands to traffickers to break into a country. That is invasion. Assisted by Miss Patel. Thanks Priti, we really appreciate that. Let's read. First boat with 50 migrants understood to have been picked up off Kent at 2 AM. Conditions are perfect for crossing with calm seas, good visibility and a full moon. Search and rescue missions. Search and rescue. It's not rescue. Including a helicopter and drone, is today underway. Official figures yet to be confirmed by Home Office, with current record at 102. Yes, you've heard that right, everyone. Even though Priti said she's going to get a handle on this and get it stopped, it's still happening. It's happening in even larger numbers, and they're not doing anything about it other than ferrying them in. Now, I'm actually absolutely disgusted at this. I really had high hopes for Priti, but if she can't even get a handle on it within the first week, will she ever? A record-breaking 150 migrants have been picked up today from 10 boats in the English Channel trying to get into the UK in the last 24 hours, including 50 in one vessel. The first boat is understood to have been picked up off Kent at around 2 AM with 50 migrants believed to have been on it. They're not migrants, they are illegals. Conditions were perfect for crossing with calm seas, good visibility and a full moon. See, this is where we all have a problem, isn't it, everyone? If they can get halfway, we will help them get the rest of the way. Well, what is the point? There is no deterrent in that, is there? A huge search and rescue mission is underway involving the Coast Guard helicopter and at least 2 Border Force vessels, a drone from Lyd Airport and 2 lifeboats from Dover and Littleston. What is the point in all of this security if we're just going to ferry them in anyway? I mean, these camps in Europe are rife with the lurgy, and we're shipping them in with no testing as well. Official figures are yet to be confirmed by the Home Office, but should be the 150 stand, it would beat the current record for a single day, which was 102 in February. You see how bad this is getting, everybody? This needs to be stopped immediately. 100% stopped. Not ferry them in, turn them round and take them back. They are the latest channel crossings this month, with 76 refugees already landing in the first week of May. Now, at this point, I would like to stress, I have no issue with people coming here legally. This isn't legal. This is trying to break into our country. If we have a legal immigration system, why are people trying to break in? I'll tell you why. Because they have backgrounds that would not get them in otherwise. So let that sink in a little bit. These people have got backgrounds that would not allow them to migrate legally. April also saw a record figure cross the busy Dover Strait shipping lane, with 527 crossing in total that they know about. It comes despite Home Secretary Priti Patel recently announcing a fresh crackdown on crossings, but they have continued. Since lockdown was announced, at least 694 migrants have reached Britain that they know about, excluding today's crossing. This year, 1,065 are known to have made the life-risking trip over the Channel. Known, let me rephrase that section for you. Known to have made the life-risking trip over the Channel basically says we've helped 1,065 illegal immigrants break into our country, because that's what that means. Dover and Deal Tory MP Natalie Al-Fiqi tweeted this morning, "Today's brazen illegal crossings as we celebrate VE Day is another reminder why firm action is needed to stop the ruthless smuggling gangs and return boats to France." You don't need to stop the smuggling gangs. Stop there being a demand, i.e., tell immigrants that if they come here illegally, they will never be allowed to stay. Ever. At least that's my opinion. What say you? What do you think we should do about this? Since December, I've been calling on the Home Secretary to ensure small boats are returned to France and that we put an end to these illegal small boat crossings organised by criminal gangs. The Home Secretary has listened and taken action. Has she? Has she really? This week, she agreed fresh steps with France with more stringent patrols and work towards returns. And what good are returns if we're letting them in and then putting them on bail so they can go and leave and then hopefully come back? Because not many of them are doing, are they? They're just disappearing once we get them onto our shores. Together with action to tackle the criminal gangs, I strongly welcome this action and her commitment to end small boats crossings. She says commitment, but are we seeing a commitment, everyone? Can you see any commitment whatsoever, considering the numbers are going up? 50 in one boat, and what did we do with them? We brought them in. Well done, everyone. Let's celebrate the Border Force, shall we? Should we start clapping on a Saturday for the Border Force that do absolutely nothing other than taxi service? Yes, I think we should do that. Only when migrants and traffickers alike know that they will not succeed in breaking into Britain. Oh yeah, and that's going to work, innit, when we're shipping them in like this? Yeah, because that's going to really show a deterrent, isn't it? Only when migrants and traffickers alike know they will be not succeeding in breaking into Britain, even though we will ensure that you succeed in breaking into Britain by shipping you all the rest of the way on a nice shiny Border Force vessel. In this way will these dangerous journeys cease. No, what you do is you do exactly what Australia did, and you issue a statement to the world saying if anyone breaks in illegally, we will find you, we will ship you out again, you will not take anything that you've gained within our country with you. That's how Australia did it, and that's the only way it works. In a statement, Chris Phillips, Minister for Immigration Compliance and the court said, "We are all working night and day to dismantle and arrest the criminal gangs who trade in people smuggling." If the people weren't prepared to come here, they wouldn't be a criminal gang. This week, the Home Secretary spoke to her French counterpart, Interior Minister Christophe Castaner, who reaffirmed the commitment to carry out more returns at sea to stop illegal crossings. More? All should be returned at sea. None of them should enter our waters illegally. It's not legal, therefore you're not doing it. What is the point in a border force if this isn't happening? This illegal and criminal activity is already subject to heavy law enforcement activity by border force, which ferry them straight in. The National Crime Agency, Immigration Enforcement and French law enforcement, and we will continue to take whatever action is necessary to stop criminal trade, including changes to the law. Can I just say, if they're coming in illegally and we're shipping them in, if we catch them, but if the ones that we're not catching are getting in anyway, what's the point in spending billions on a border force to do the same job they would have done anyway without the border force? See where I'm coming from with this one? Already over 1,100 migrants were arrested in France in the first quarter of this year, and in 2019 immigration enforcement made 418 arrests, leading to 203 convictions for a total of 437 years. But the recent increase in crossings is totally unacceptable, which is why we are stepping up action to stop the crossings, going after the criminals perpetrating these heinous crimes and prosecuting them for their criminal activity. And here is the rub, isn't it, guys? This is what the problem is. They're actually saying that the people smuggling are the only criminals, when we know that illegal immigration makes you a criminal. A criminal before you even landed on the shore. Just breaking into our waters makes you a criminal. So for them to take away all agency from the migrants and say, well, it's not migrants' fault, it must be the smugglers, is being absolutely disingenuous, in my opinion. Now, what's my opinion? I think Priti Patel needs to get a grip on this within the next week. If this doesn't stop, we should never vote for Tories again, because they're all just hot air and words. But what say you? Do you think the same? Do you think they're all talking through the bumhole? Because it's looking more and more likely, isn't it? Well, anyway, thank you very much for everyone that tuned in and stayed till the end. I do appreciate it. If you're new, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever a new video goes out. If you want to help the channel grow, please share it out, everyone. and I'll see you on the next one.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration. Rotten politics in this country at the moment.